She thought she was a cleaner, but she was a frying pan.
Directed by a one Danny Boyle, this refreshingly original and wildly interesting concept of a story was based off of an original screenplay by Jack Barth and Mackenzie Crook, starring Himesh Patel as Jack Malik, a struggling musician. Yes, another story of a musical artist's rise to success. It's been done to pieces, but this is still fresh with a PH. After he wakes up from an accident via bus and bike, magically no one remembers, or they just don't even exist. By they, I'm talking about the Beatles, or the music and world-changing tracks they've created. So Jackie does what any, and don't tell me you wouldn't do the same, anyone would do in this sitch. He plagiarized and calls them his own. Or it's not plagiarizing because they never existed? No, that's what really got to me about this amazing concept. It's never explained what happened. How is this reality? Why is Jack, plus a few, the only one who remembers them? Is it an alternate universe? Is he in a coma after an accident? No, get over it. One thing that's certain though, if you're a Beatles fan, well, which you are, you'll enjoy all the nods and Easter eggs to their legacy. But I also found that Jack's tracks and original songs were great and catchy, and this had me questioning one once again. How does he not have more of a fan base pre-Beatles awakening? But Jack evokes the Fab Four superbly, without seeming like just an imitation. Yet you can really see and feel the guilt in his face and expressions whenever he's complimented for his quote-unquote work and lyrics. To which was also interesting, as he wasn't really certain what these lyrics even mean or are written about. So he has to track down where they originated and find out what the hell old Johnny and Polly are talking about. Johnny Polly. And this is mainly due to the acting portrayed from Himesh Patel, a brilliant new actor who would have been even more so if he was committed to actually having his two front teeth removed. And I retract the mainly I dropped a few seconds ago. The acting was incroyable from all the blokes and lasses right off the bat. Oh, sacre bleu. With an all-round indie humor feel, but with a big budget British comedy vibe. Thanks to Lily James as Ellie, Jack's manager, and you may remember as Cinderella in the 2015 live-action remake, or the love interest once again in Baby Driver. Their on-screen chemistry and connection feels so real, nail-biting. You'll be rooting for Jack to get back to where he once belonged and finally come together with his obvious soulmate. Kate McKinnon from SNL and the Ghostbusters remake is more of a robot, as she is a Hollywood robot, a producer, and though funny at times, never really feels like a real character, and is always gunning for the screen-chewing bits, trying too hard to be funny, only to shine through at certain times. Ed Sheeran, though, playing himself, he hit his marks.
Now, let me just give you this advice, right? Song title. I won't charge you a penny for it as well. Hey, dude.
Ah, the majesty of movies. I've never really been a fan, but he had me cracking up quite a bit. Also, I didn't know that he raps. With some tear-inducing moments, both from emotional bits to Let It Be leaving you in stitches, bitches. I thought this movie was going to be a predictable B flick, but it is far from it, being one of the few this year to have me smiling from start to finish. Yet still having just a few flaws, things that seem out of place.
Spoiler!
Again, how did he end up being the only one of the few to remember the Beatles? Was he in a coma? Now that would have been a brilliant and jarring twist ending. And the other two who remember the band, what the hell was the point of including them at all? Was there more to their story that was cut for time? Do not get me wrong though, I absolutely adored Yesterday through and through. Making $18 million at the box office on a $26 million budget, the doctor, listen up, is diagnosing this one with an 8.5 out of 10. I recommend checking it out. And I ask you this, What is the catchiest Beatles song to date? Let me know in the comments below or check it out at soundcloud.com/Dr. T Show 2, YouTube, Dr. Taylor North Show, Facebook, Instagram, Dr. T Show.